What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video from early this morning / late last night after his what I would coin it is his therapy session. Of course, you guys know he rage quit Call of Duty Modern Warfare within an hour. He only made $11, and he was so frustrated that he simply quit the game and decided to do an hour-long impromptu Q&A / therapy session. And what was the topic? This is how you don't play. Apparently, Evo AJ and anyone associated with those playthroughs ruined Phil's business and ruined his life, and actually were responsible for why he is not a huge content creator like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, MrBeast, and so on. So let's watch the video.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap. How's everyone doing? I hope you had a great day today. I had a pretty good day today on streams. Today was React Day, which means that it's a little different than my normal days. Today was Saturday, March 11th, 2023, by the way. Because today was React Day, it meant that we did a level 1 podcast here on the channel. Then we all went over to DSP Reacts, my other YouTube channel, where I did my DSP versus the Internet show, which I do once a week, reacting to video submissions from channel members. And then when that was done, went on break, and then everyone came way back over here to DSP Gaming, and we were supposed to do 2 hours of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, but the game was terrible. And after about an hour of it, I said, I had enough of this nonsense. Let's just chill. And we had an hour of chill Q&A afterward. So it was a good variety day for sure. It was like back and forth and then changing stuff on the fly and up and down and everywhere. Still a great day. I certainly had a lot of fun, and, you know, viewers seem to enjoy the content today for sure. I was very happy about that.
If anyone caught his Q&A, they would see that he was not happy whatsoever. The guy blamed everything and everyone for why his life is so craptastic. And the funny thing is that he'll sit there and say, no, my life's great. It's wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm in the best place of my life. I wouldn't change anything I've ever done, and so on. And then he goes on an hour-long cope fest. So big ups to Evo AJ. I actually tweeted him out yesterday thanking him for those playthroughs and giving us 1 hour of robust content last night of Phil just losing his stuff. It was epic. It was great. And I actually clipped it. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was just the same thing over and over again. But if you guys watch it, it's about 15 minutes long of the hour. And what you will see is a recurring theme of how Phil blames everything on this is how you don't play gameplay.
You know, everything went pretty well. I want to say thanks to anyone who attended any of the streams, supported any of the streams, right? As usual, with DSP versus the Internet, that is a show that will be slowly uploaded on DSP Reacts over the week. 2 episodes are live as of now, and then each day there'll be a new episode uploaded, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, respectively, until all 6 episodes have gone live. That way it's a drip feed kind of a mentality over there, and it's not just a flooding of content. Today, there wasn't much content here on DSP Gaming. So far, you've probably only seen the podcast. You know, in a moment, once it goes live here, you're going to see the 1 hour of bad gameplay of Call of Duty, and then you're going to see the Q&A. So you'll see some more content here on the channel. Give it a look, enjoy, and thank you to anyone who has supported it. Tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow. It's going to be only 1 stream. This will be the 2nd week where on a Sunday I'm only doing only 1 stream. This week's a little different. This week we're going to be doing the level 1 podcast in the morning, followed by Wolong Fallen Dynasty on the main gameplay stream, and then there's no late stream. Now, I have to cover several different things about this, so please listen up. It's kind of important. Number 1. Tomorrow, we're doing daylight saving time in the United States. Oh, I hate daylight saving time. It is so stupid. I hate changing our clocks. It confuses me. It confuses you. It confuses the world. It's stupidity that we still do this. But our government sucks and is too dumb to figure it out, to fix it. So, tomorrow, I'll be streaming an hour earlier than I did today. Okay, today my stream started 10:45 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Tomorrow, no, excuse me, it was Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow, it's technically 10:45 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which means the clocks rolled back and I know the clocks went forward an hour. So my streams start an hour earlier. Even I'm confusing myself. You see how confusing this shit is? Essentially, if you want to be on time tomorrow, you got to show up an hour early.
I love how he calls the US government trash and stupid and incompetent, and yet he doesn't even understand fully how daylight savings time works. It's really simple, Phil. The first thing is you actually telling everybody that it's going to be an hour ahead. Well, you said hour behind, but hour ahead, right? It doesn't work like that in all places, Phil. Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. And I believe there's one other state that probably doesn't do it. Not every country in the world, Phil, does daylight savings time. So all you really should just say is, look, I'm going to put a reminder on my YouTube, right? So you'll get a notification that will tell you when the stream's about to start or when it's close to start, and just follow that. It's that simple, Phil. You don't need to, twist and turn yourself, because again, it depends on where you live. So if you have everyone rely on your notification, right? They'll know exactly what time in their location your podcast will start. Anyway, I mean, not like they miss anything. But going back, it's really funny. He talked about he actually slipped up and said the Call of Duty, the bad gameplay. And yes, it was bad. And not bad because of the game, bad because of Phil. He shouldn't play first-person shooters. His react time is just terrible. He's slow. And there could be a slight delay in the way his system is set up. I know I have an Xbox Series X as well, and depending on how you feed your Xbox Series X through your capture card, and being that he has an older capture card, there could be a slight delay. But you can fix that. That's very simple to fix in your Xbox settings. But of course, he refuses to do any research whatsoever to make sure that he is streaming at the best quality. He can. And that's the issue, Phil. But anyway, yeah, I found it funny that he slipped up and said bad gameplay. Yes, he was utterly garbage. But yeah, him harping on daylight savings time, which is utterly trash. I mean, and he doesn't even understand why. He just sits there and thinks that the US government established daylight savings time just to irritate people. And it's not. It's more complex than that for the reasons why. And there are multiple reasons on both sides why it's a good thing and why it's a bad thing, and I won't get into it. I won't get into that subject here. But before you start spouting off, Phil, maybe you should do a little research to figure out why it's done, why it's used, and why it's still kind of relevant, and then why the U.S. government hasn't decided to do away with daylight savings time.
Earlier than you've been showing up to my streams over the past several months. It's that simple. Okay, everything's going to start an hour earlier. I'm going to be tireder. I'm going to be grumpier. That's what happens when they have to get up early for no good reason. And I got to get used to getting up an hour earlier. So there you have it. Okay, so very important. Please be here tomorrow if you want to see the podcast and or the Wolong gameplay an hour earlier. Okay. Number 2, tomorrow once again I'm playing Wolong. As you know, I don't like it. I'm 8 stages in. Apparently the game has 16 stages, so I'm only halfway through the game. I made an agreement with you guys. I said, even though I've outright been honest with you and told you I don't like this game, if you guys continue to show up, engage, and support the Wolong streams, I'll keep them going. In particular, tomorrow, I've only got one stream. So if you could really support that Wolong stream, that would be greatly appreciated, because I'm not here for a late stream tomorrow. Okay? So let's see how it goes. If it slows down dramatically and it's a slow stream, I'm done with that game, man. And we'll do something else, whether it's Metroid Prime, whether it's Elden Ring, whatever it may be. We don't have to keep playing Wolong if people will not show up, engage, and support.
Ah, yes. Nothing like holding a game hostage and holding your viewers hostage on whether or not you're going to play a game, all solely based on if people tip you. And that's all it is. It's ridiculous. And I think I talked about this before, where he talked about this playthrough and how much he hates it, and that he'll only keep playing it if the support is there. And I think that's a lie. That's bullshit. I think he's just trying to scare people that actually like the playthrough and force them to tip and force them to support so he can continue playing this game. The dirty little secret is that Phil hates buying games. So if he can stretch a game out as far as much, if he can stretch out a game as much as he can, regardless of whether he hates it or not, he will. And that's why he keeps dangling that carrot of wage quitting this game if support isn't there. I'm pretty guaranteed that it's just bluster. And it's just him trying to milk every cent he can from this playthrough before he has to move on to Metroid or Elden Ring. Because if he can push the song a few more weeks and keep playing it and support's okay, then he can push off playing Metroid or playing Elden Ring, and then, you know, he'll have those playthroughs for the spring, and that way he doesn't have to buy or pay for any games. It's just a scam that Phil likes to play. And sadly, a lot of his dents fall for it, but I envision today, being that it's his only stream, you know, he may get some support. He may get between 70 and 100 bucks. Who knows? You know, the dents might feel bad for him, being that Call of Duty was such a disaster last night. And of course, his impromptu Q&A where he just sounded like a sad puppy. I actually have my video out there for that, but I'm going to do a commentary on it.
So please, let's keep that momentum rolling tomorrow. You guys are really great last stream. Let's see how it goes this time, okay? So why is there no late stream tomorrow? Because I'm doing private patron react videos for the month. This has now become kind of a commonplace thing where 1 week a month I take off a night stream to do that. If I have any extra time, I'm going to put more time into doing my tax stuff behind the scenes. It's just kind of necessary at this point. So no late stream on Sunday. I'll be back on Monday with full-time streaming, including Hogwarts Legacy heading into the end game, as well as Chill Like a Dragon Ishin. Okay, guys? Thank you for watching the content today. Enjoy the stuff over on DSP Reacts. I hope this all sounds good to you. I will see you all in the morning for my one stream, 1 hour earlier than usual, right here on DSP Gaming. Everyone, please have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.
Alrighty. Yeah, I noticed he didn't mention the impromptu Q&A session or therapy session. I'm curious if he actually uploaded that. I think he did. But yeah, so last night was epic, and he'll probably ignore it today just because the cope, and he sounded just butthurt, utterly butthurt. You know, blaming the trolls, blaming detractors, blaming everyone under the sun, and justifying his poor behavior. Phil, if you wouldn't have been such a loathsome, there you go, person, people would probably have cut you some slack. But since you had a terrible attitude, since you crapped all over everybody, since you had this allure about you that you were untouchable and you were great and the king of hate moniker and all that stuff, you know, if you would have been a more nicer, mellow person, I think people would have cut you some slack. And the other thing is, if you would have kind of rolled with the memes, like rolled with the "this is how you don't play," people would have said, oh, okay, well, you know, he's laughing, he thinks it's funny, yeah, okay, whatever. And then more people would have not, it would have not attracted more people to those playthroughs. And people sit there and point and laugh at you and decide you're thin-skinned and so on. That's what it was. You were thin-skinned, you were upset, you threatened people with going to jail and committing crimes, and you took the internet way too seriously. And that's the reason why you and your channel have failed. If you would have ran with the meme, "this is how you don't play," and say, oh yeah, that was really funny, they did some really good cuts, and even reach out to them and say, hey, let's talk or whatever, you know, we could talk about the video, I think you did a great job, I think people would have said, oh, well, you know, hey, look, you know, he has a good sense of humor about it, and he's not butthurt or whatever, and he's cool with it. And more people would probably be more forgiving and say, well, you know, at least he didn't cry about it, he didn't bitch, he didn't threaten anyone. But no, you decided to do the opposite, and that led to a series of terrible moments for you, and it's all your fault. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.